Okay, so it's Thursday, August 17th at 11:10 a.m. on the East Coast, United States. I've done an update in about 2 months and a week, I think. Let me just get the disclaimer out of the way. I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice, so please do your own research and we'll get on with the show. So yeah, I did my last video on June 10th. I posted, I think where my limit orders were. So now reviewing my notes, I looks like I bought Bitcoin 4 times. Let's see now on the 14th of June, I bought it 25,250 all the way down to 24,900. And then on June 15th, I bought at 24,806. So if you were following my limit orders and you bought where I told you I was buying, you'd still be in profit right now. I think Bitcoin's hovering around 28,500. Last I checked, we'll check that in a moment though. I think it went up to like 30,000 or 31,000 and came back down and we're coming back down. So, and I haven't bought anything since then. So it's been more than 2 months and I did buy Bitcoin earlier today and I'll get into that in a minute. So let me just look over a million token real quick. I know we're hovering around, see now here it is on Ethereum network, about $1.63 and Polygon, $1.67. Let's say Uniswap, if you had $50, it pushed the price up to $1.71. Pancake Swap or Binance Smart Chain, you get $50, you get pushed it up to $1.85. So the liquidity is very low on the Binance Smart Chain and Polygon. So let's back to, this is Polygon actually. That would push the price up to $1.71. And then, but I'm looking over here at the Polygon chain in the upper right hand corner. And on the other Uniswap interface, if you have it on the Ethereum network, it pushes the price up to $1.65. So you're going to get more million token on the Ethereum network, even with a small order of $50. The more money you want to buy with million token, you're going to want more likely to be on the Ethereum network because there's more liquidity there. So even small buys can push the price up too much on Polygon and Binance Smart Chain. It's on other chains too, but the liquidity is pretty low there. So I would recommend checking out the Ethereum network first, or compare. Because the liquidity is there, even though the fees might be a little bit higher. But you have to just check it out yourself. So let's see now, there's still 95,000 million token in the staking wallet, which is like 9.5% of the supply. Some people are, exiting and selling a little bit, but for the most part, I wouldn't worry about too much, but it could be a drain on the demand, but I'm not worried about it too much. There was one whale, 22,800. In the last 27 days, they picked up 1,190 between these two buys. Most of the whale wallets they're just holding still. I don't see too much selling. Why at this price level? You might just wait it out and hope for the best. So what else do we have here? Nope. I think that's it for million token. As far, I'm just sitting on mine really, and watching Bitcoin and the stock market. So, my limit orders last time I set was basically, I'm just watching the 21 weekly EMA moving average, this right here, this band. And it looks like we bounced off of it 3 times, or came close to bouncing it, on these 3 weeks, and we're right there right now. So that's why I bought Bitcoin earlier today around 28,500, and it was a pretty big dollar cost average buy, like 4 times my normal buy, but I haven't bought these in like more than 2 months. And my other buys, I've got another limit order somewhere down here. Probably, I think it was 28,100 or 200. And then if that gets filled, I'm going to keep buying all the way down to the exponential ribbon and even down to probably 26,424. So that's where my limited order is going to be. Now, we did break below that green support band here back in November. But that was, at the end of the year, after the 1 year down cycle, 3 years up, and after probably the FTX collapse, it really took a hit. But I think I was saying back there, this could be a generational buying opportunity. So I still think that could be the case. All the on-chain analysis I see from Glassnode and other things I'm watching, it still looks like we're in a bull run. So I'm going to be buying when it comes close to this 21 moving average or exponential average, the exponential ribbons, or this buying opportunity anywhere down here. The more lower it goes, I'll buy, just because I think we're in a bull run. The only thing that's going to change that is if the Fed continues to increase their interest rates to keep inflation down or try to lower it. They say they want 2% inflation. I don't know where it is right now, 6% or so, maybe 5%. But what's being reported, we all know, because we're out there buying our gas and food. Inflation is a lot higher, so they can skew all the numbers they want. But I know the Fed still thinks inflation is high, so it wouldn't surprise me that they're going to raise rates to tame the stock market. And my Twitter or X page, I've got pinned since November that, don't fight the Fed, and rule number 2, see rule number 1. So, I'm holding steady. And if the Fed wants to raise rates, well then, and cause a 1 or 2 year recession, crash in the stock market, maybe 50% from the highs, like the previous 2 recessions, then so be it. Then we're going to get more buying opportunities for Bitcoin and crypto in general. Just be prepared. I'm not selling my crypto, trying to time the market, but I will continue to DCA on the way down. And if we're in a bull market, well then, I'll buy at the support levels, mainly the 21 weekly moving average and the exponential ribbons, because that's where, if you look in the past, if you look on the weekly chart, we've got support here. We didn't get down to the exponential ribbons here, so that's why I'm buying today, because I don't know, maybe we won't go down to the exponential ribbons. And if you go back to 2016, it held support quite often after usually like a 20 or 30 or 40% correction, and continue to go up. The risk levels, for Bitcoin right now, at the current price of 28,364 is 0.504, which is, I think, good. I'd like to buy it at 0.5 or lower. And in the previous bull markets, like in 2016, 2017, we got the risk levels came down to like 0.4. So we could have a risk level of 0.4 nowadays for Bitcoin. Be a good buying opportunity. See, now it came down to 0.478 here before going back up. So it's interesting. So sometimes I just look at the numbers, and see what else we have. I could pull up Bitcoin here. Okay, let's see. Give it a moment to load. I'm going to see if I can find the price for. If we went down to 0.4 today, that would be a $21,112 Bitcoin price today. But who knows what it'll be, days or weeks from now. That'll change, because it's also based on time. So let's see now the stock market. We've got a gap here. It probably will get filled if the stock market goes down. To fill that gap, another, what is that? A drop of percentage-wise, 2.5%, then, Bitcoin's going to drop 2.5% or more likely. And let's see now, where else is that? So that'll probably bring us down to the, lower price levels, maybe $28,000 Bitcoin. And again, if the Fed raises rates, Bitcoin's going to go down a lot lower. So I'm looking at that gap for the stock market. And the dollar, I still think the dollar is going to continue to go down toward the end of the year. It's kind of getting support right now, but overall, I think it's going to go down. That's just my hunch. The Bitcoin CME, let's see now, we still have a gap down here that can go all the way down to 20,000. I don't know about that gap though. I'm not too confident about that one getting filled, because it was a gap right after another gap. you have a gap up here up in the higher end. It could go up to 35,000 to fill that upper gap. And let's see what now. Bitcoin versus gold is always a chart I kind of find interesting. It's still doing the same thing, it's done in the past. Once it breaks, it finds support here back in, September 2020. It found support along the yellow moving average and then went up. And here it is. Once it broke, it found support once and twice here. It could come back down a little lower. Or did find resistance at these previous support levels, so that's no surprise there. Or it can come down lower and hit this red moving average to find support. Or it could just break everything and go down lower if the Fed continues to raise rates to try to bring inflation down. It just, it's a wait and see game. I'm going to be very patient because I'm just sitting on my investments. I have because of my age and my risk tolerance, I think 1/3 of my portfolio is in cash. So if we have lower levels, I'll be able to buy the dip, and I've got enough investments in crypto that if it goes higher, I'll be fine. I don't need to have more of my cash in crypto because even if the market goes to where I think it might go, like if the Bitcoin ETFs get approved, it's not a matter of when, it's a matter of if. I mean, it's a matter of when, not if. I think yesterday or day before, Europe got their Bitcoin spot ETF approved. So, USA is falling behind as far as, the regulations with the SEC and all these lawsuits is just ridiculous. But, consider, the SEC being tough on crypto, just more of a buying opportunity. If they're suppressing the price, you'll be thanking the SEC years from now. You don't want to be buying Bitcoin at like $60,000 today if you could buy it at $30,000 or less. And that's how the lessons I've learned, when I bought Bitcoin at $20,000 at the end of 2017 and it went all the way down to like 3,200, I was able to acquire a lot more Bitcoin, rather than the Bitcoin going from $20,000 to $40,000 to $60,000. So just consider the 1 year bear markets buying opportunities. And if we have a recession and we have an unusual long bear market, Bitcoin goes down to 20,000 or 15,000, just again, consider it a buying opportunity because it's going to bounce really hard when the Fed pivots and lowers rates. Much more gains in crypto at that point compared to like the stock market. But you're going to have more potential downside too in the meantime. You just got to stomach it. So that's what I'm doing right now. Focusing on my health. I've, dropped like 63 pounds since February. I kind of had this mindset that, I wanted to get in shape for my birthday. I'll be 55 at the end of the year. And, I'm there now. I'm not overweight. So I just want to be in that athletic fit category. So that's what I've been doing the last 6-7 months. And like I said, I don't even really check the charts, but maybe once a day for crypto and the stock market because, I've been in this for like 2 cycles now. So the longer you've been in it, the easier it gets. So if you like this type of content, give me a like, subscribe, comment down below. And that's it for me. Everybody have a good day. Bye-bye.